My parents want me to get a job. This is OKOP, home to the craziest true stories on earth. I'm Sophia, and Riley, are you getting a job?
You know, I've really been considering it lately. I mean, look at them.
I think they could be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, the mosquito bites.
So deleted says, so throwaway, yeah? As the title says, I'm 21 years old, 22 next month, if it matters. My family is Hispanic, and there's a very casual view of things like plastic surgery in Latin America, with the outlook being something of the, if you can afford it, why not variety, at least from what I've experienced. We currently live in the US, and I've done so since I was about 6. Not one adult woman in my family has gone without some sort of improvement. Something, I love the in it. Something which, although I can support for them, find a completely a no-go for me due to fears of surgeries in general. I have really terrible anxiety and have been known to work myself into full panic attacks before dental procedures. I can't honestly imagine going under any kind of knife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Panic attacks are not fun.
Those
Have you
are
ever
not
had a
fun.
panic attack?
I can never remember the difference. I've either had a panic attack or an anxiety attack. I think I've had an anxiety attack.
I've had
They're
one
slightly
anxiety
different.
attack.
Yeah. Anxiety attacks are like, you're like, what's going, I don't know how to explain the difference. I think panic attacks are much more like you're freaking out, or anxiety attacks, it's like long form and your like body is going into fight or flight and you're like, am I ill? And then you realize that you're just extremely anxious.
Huh.
I probably didn't
Let us
explain
know
that
the
well.
difference.
Yeah. Because I think I've had anxiety attacks. I can't speak on panic attacks though.
Gotcha.
I'm actually quite happy with my body. Definitely not in shape, yeah, but I'm working on it and I like the challenge. I'm a 36B. Basically, my whole adult life, my parents have hinted at me getting some form of breast enhancement done since I was 18, and it became clear that my chest wasn't going to go any farther out, essentially. That's also not like that small. It's like an average size.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, so why are you looking it up?
36B.
You don't have to look it up.
Oh, what? Dude, totally fine. What are you talking about?
Riley.
You're fine.
Okay, let's get back to the story and stop looking at women.
Yeah, parents are insane.
No, they are. No, that's crazy. That's really weird to like encourage your daughter to change her appearance.
Yeah.
No. Like if you want that for yourself,
Go for it.
you know,
See Miami
that's your
doctor.
own, yeah, that's your own personal thing. But like a parent should never be advocating for, that's weird. Also, it's weird that the dad is saying this. First, it started with my mom, who got a breast lift and a tummy tuck the summer after I graduated high school. She commented constantly on how happy she was with her new shape, but how she should have sprung some to have the butt raised too. How well she was doing in recovery. When we would go clothes shopping together, she'd walk over to the bra racks, pick out bras she knew I would like, and then show them to me and say 38C and say I should buy them in that size instead, since it wouldn't be too long before you need them in that size. Weird. I stopped shopping for clothes with my mom around. Comments kept coming in from other sources though, and my cousin's recent surgery a month and a half ago, she's now a 40 double D, or will be after the swelling goes down more, has not made it any easier to avoid them.
What, the double D or the cousin?
I think the comments. My dad isn't too fazed by the whole thing, doesn't comment on his own, but he actually agrees with my mom when the subject comes up during dinner, saying it will make me more attractive. That's so weird. Why is your dad saying that? That's so weird. Making it easier to find flattering clothes. I don't think I need this. I like my tiny boobs. My Christmas gift this year from my mom was a voucher promising to pay for the surgery and all associated costs, new bras, clothes. It was crazy. I joked that I would rather have that money as savings or into a new car deposit, useful things, not boobs.
Whoa. So for Christmas, we're getting you new boobs, plus some clothes. Hope you're okay with that.
That is so that's wild.
That is wild.
Again, like the mom shouldn't be saying this, but the dad definitely shouldn't be saying this. Like,
Agreed.
why are you telling your daughter that she needs to be more attractive? Yikes.
Plus, it's not tiny. I wouldn't say that's tiny.
They're not tiny.
They're not.
They're really not. Like that is an average size. I don't like
I would be like, great.
Also, okay. Also, even if they were, your parents shouldn't be commenting on that anyway.
Yeah, your boob's your life.
Literally. Okay. It became such a point of pressure between my parents and I that there's not one evening when that comes up that doesn't end in all of us in separate corners of the house fuming. I just don't know how to shut this down effectively, and I still have about a year of living with them before I'm financially stable enough to move out. We live in a high COL area.
COL acronym. Let us see.
Cost of living.
Haha, wow.
I just had to sit with it for a second.
Colonial.
That's not right. Incorrect. Relevant comments. Callisti Gold says, sit them down and tell them that the topic of altering your body via cosmetic surgery is not up for discussion, and they are to stop immediately. The next time they bring it up, gently remind them. If they don't drop it, leave the room. Continue doing this until they stop or you move out. OP says, you and Many-Toed Sloth really got it. I just don't want to continue the conversation. I did think when I told my mom I wouldn't shop with her again if she brought up new sizes and then followed through with that threat would have been a wake-up call, but now I know I really need to have a serious talk with them again. Sigh, here we go, adulting. Malarka says, useful thing to the comment, useful things, not boobs. I actually snorted at this. Your parents pushing for you to get bigger boobs sounds a bit ridiculous, if I'm honest. In any case, this is a boundary issue that you must discuss with them. Explain that you are happy with your body and that they should be happy that you're happy. Hopefully they'll listen. By the way, I have a B cup as well, and aren't they great? Haha, good luck with all this. OP says, my boyfriend loves my B cups. Isn't that funny how tiny boobs make me unattractive, yet there he is being the best he can be about my crazy family. Must be blind. Yeah, I'm noticing it's also to do with how we spend money. I'm very pragmatic, I guess. Money is a tool. To my parents, money is more of an accessory. I most likely will have to talk to them soon. And there is an update.
Yeah, this is a very interesting scenario. I did not know this about the Hispanic culture.
I don't think it's like a net. I don't know if we can generalize.
If it's generalized about, just her family.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. And I don't want to make general remarks, but
my
for this family
is Hispanic, and there's a very casual view of things like plastic surgery in Latin America. Okay. So it's like casual view. It's like,
so according to her,
it's not encouraged. It's just sort of like, oh, you go, girl. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But no, this is, I think it's again, totally fine if you want to do it, but like, do not tell other people that, especially not your daughter.
Wow. I feel like I might get canceled here as a man, but I'm just going to go for it. Would you say that her family has more of a materialistic worldview?
I don't think you're going to be canceled. I would agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I would absolutely say that they're very superficial if they're telling their own daughter to do this. Yeah. Like to make her more attractive. That feels very superficial.
Yeah,
to me.
And I think like to an extent you would be considered more attractive, but like to what type of men? And do you want to be in relations with those type of men that would see you as more attractive?
Yeah. Attractiveness is very like person to person.
Very person to person. And I feel like if you do that, you will attract men that are more materialistic and will have a more materialistic lifestyle. While you just said here with your money, it's more of a tool, while your parents look at it as an accessory.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. No, it seems like they want a daughter as an accessory. They're like, oh, we want her to be pretty in the way that we think is pretty and not like who she is as a person.
Yikes.
There is an update.
I have this really impressive 27-year streak.
27 years. That is what, like half your life?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. The streak is I have never broken a bone in my body in my whole life. Ever. Nothing.
Really?
0.
Have you really been living then?
See, that's the thing is I'm kind of scared. If this happens, where am I going to turn? Yeah. Honestly, I'm terrified. I don't know where to go.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if you do ever break a bone, there is one place you should turn always.
Where?
ZocDoc.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you.
And instantly book appointments with them online.
And all these doctors have actual reviews from real, verified patients.
We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated,
patient-reviewed,
credible doctors and specialists.
You can filter for ones that take your insurance
and treat basically any condition you're searching for.
The typical wait time to see a doctor on ZocDoc is only 24 to 72 hours.
Sometimes even the same day.
Y'all, we all use ZocDoc and you should too.
Go to ZocDoc.com/OKOP and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That's doc.com/OKOP, doc.com/OKOP. Back to the show.
Well, once I had cooled down a bit, the first post was written literally about 30 to 40 minutes after I had one of those discussions with my mom regarding the state of the chest. I gave everything some thought and hit the gym. Ha! It was my weigh-in day after 4 months of really intense work, and I'm glad to start seeing noticeable, unignorable results. I came home, went to bed, and then didn't see my parents until Monday night dinner. That being said, I was not at all expecting the amount of responses I got, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of them. You guys are really the best. Even the joke comments were able to keep me laughing. So on to the meat and potatoes. I finally had to sit down with my mom and dad on Monday and ask them to explain to me why they thought I needed any kind of surgery. What came through after much prodding and defensiveness was actually what I think maybe only one or two of the last post commenters might have seen coming. Turns out my parents hate that I'm not dating a man of my own country/culture. They feel I'm dating down or settling with my current boyfriend, and they think I'm just not attractive to men of my race/culture due to my comparatively but not objectively small chest. Somehow in their minds, they thought I would be much more willing to dump my boyfriend once a ton of hot, tan Latino guys came running at my doors. I honestly could not believe the shit they were spewing. I felt sick. Like I knew they weren't thrilled with my choice in boyfriend, but after 2 years, I'd hope they had gotten over that. It was insane. I told them under no uncertain terms that if they so much as mentioned my tits or my boyfriend in a derogatory manner again, I was cutting them off from my life entirely. More yelling and cursing than needed in the summary were included, but trust me, I pretty much let them have it. Today, I requested more hours at my current job, and while not tied into my actual college major, I only work part-time while interning at something that was in my degree field, but now that internships ended and I will go on to find a full-time, full-time at my current company. The work is lucrative enough that within the next month or so, I should be able to move out of my parents' home. Gonna miss the cats. But now I get to try and find a studio or something similar so I can move. Wasn't planning on doing it till October, but March will do. And there are some relevant comments to wrap us up.
Wow. So it's low key.
It's just, I think that's it's just a weird thing to do. Just weird. Like they don't want her to date outside of her culture. And so they're willing to like make her
more appealing to the culture they want her to be a part of.
I just think like even this reason is, I mean, obviously it's a bad reason, but it also just doesn't excuse trying to change your daughter at all. Yeah, no, this is just weird. It just feels really weird to have your parents be like, you should change your appearance. Like that's like, I got that from you guys. You gave that to me.
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this with how the parents are thinking and approaching this. And the fact that they were like, you're dating down.
Yeah.
Saying things like that. Oh,
yeah.
Very.
I just dropped water on me.
Feels very materialistic.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But let's read these relevant comments. So Shelf Life Inc. says, somehow in their minds, they thought I would be much more willing to dump my boyfriend once a ton of hot, tan Latino guys came running at my doors. Quote, or the end of quote. I'm sorry, I giggled a little at this. What planet are your parents on? Rather than talk to you about their concerns, however misguided, sweetie, we think you'd be happier with a man from your own culture, which is what I was like, obviously misguided, but like, why was their first idea that? They thought that pressuring you into extreme elective surgery would somehow change the course of your life? If only it were that simple. Good on you for standing strong. Totally agree, Shelf Life. Yeah. T-shirt Addict says, plus, what kind of boyfriend/lover would that be? Yeah, quote, yeah, you were okay before, but now you got tits. Orale? What does that mean?
Oral E.
No, I feel like it's probably Spanish. Orale. Oral?
Oral E.
No. It is orale, but it's okay. It's a common interjection in Spanish slang. The term has varying connotations, including an affirmation that something is impressive, an agreement with a statement, or to signify distress. So it's probably like orale.
Oh, wait. I got you.
Orale. It's not orale. Orale. Anyway. Oral. No, I don't think it means that. I think it's just an interjection. Yeah, you were okay before, but now you got tits. Orale.
There we go. Yeah.
Which we just learned is a common interjection in Spanish. Anyway, Shelf Life Inc. continues. Shelf Life Inc. says, has another comment. And just imagine her parents plotting. What's wrong with her daughter? Why is she dating a gringo? Maybe because she likes him? Don't be stupid. It's obviously because she can't get any Dominican men. None of them will pay attention to her with a chest that small. Well, I guess that's their loss. She's a beautiful girl. But imagine how much more beautiful she'd be with a set of melons. Once they're clamoring after her and her knockers, she'll forget all about her gringo and be dating the shallow men she deserves. Come on, let's force her to change for a hypothetical boyfriend. It's the only way she'll be happy. Yeah. Yikes.
Ew.
L parents.
L parents.
Very strange.
Not good.
I don't like it. I don't like it. You know,
don't
I do like
get it. Don't get your breasts done.
Yeah. Don't alter yourself based off other people's desires. If you want to do that, that is your own decision, but don't let other people push you into something that you don't want. Yeah, and I'm glad that you still know you stood your ground.
I feel like long term it's going to be very interesting of how her family interacts with her because she's choosing a different lifestyle than they are.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder what Christmas looks like. Can we get an update of how your last Christmas was?
Just tell why Christmas?
Because that's where families gather.
Oh, okay. Just a next family gathering. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you know what I want an update on?
What's that?
This next story.
Oh,
Woo.
we got another one.
Am I the a-hole for wanting the master bedroom in my own house? Riley, you got the master bathroom.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I love it because I basically live in the master bedroom.
Yeah.
This is the master bedroom.
This is the master bedroom.
And I'm here for a long time. So, I feel like I deserve it.
You do. You're here all day. So,
yeah.
Makes sense. So Efficient Ad 1205 says, my husband, 26 male, and I, 26 female, have freshly got married and purchased a home last Friday. Congratulations.
Ooh,
it's exciting.
Home. That's in 2023.
Married and home. That's pretty crazy.
At 26.
What job do you have?
You're doing great at life.
We've been together for quite some time and have a strong romantic bond with each other. We've always had each other's backs and supported one another's choices, although recently we've come to a disagreement that feels unsolvable. For context, we lived together in a trailer for about 3 years, and my husband's mom asked if she could move in with us. Wait.
In the trailer?
Yeah, in the trailer? That's what I'm asking. The current place she was staying at was another one of her sons. The reason she had to leave was because her son, my brother-in-law, wanted to move in with his new fiance and stepchildren. Without hesitation, I said yes, and even had to persuade my husband to let her move in. At the time, all I could think about was if that was my mother asking for a place to stay. I would say yes in a heartbeat. Eventually, she moved in, and it's been pleasant having her around. She got one side of the trailer where her room was right next to the bathroom. Since it was just the three of us, it became her bathroom. This fact never bothered me as we always had our own private bathroom in our own room. When she first moved in, her form of contribution towards the rent was paying for groceries. My husband and I never expected anything from her as she was family, so we never cared to collect anything from her. We were just happy to be the ones to help her with having a place to stay. As time went on, she started asking for things that I didn't really agree with, considering she lives with us for free. I want to clarify that I never expected anything from her, as it was a kind gesture of ours to invite her into our home. Although I find it odd that she's comfortable enough to ask us to pay for her living expenses. My mother-in-law doesn't work and won't work. I'm not sure as to the reason why, but it appears that she's always been that way. Yeah, it seems like if she's like living with the other son and then she's living with them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do people that don't work like have money?
I guess they just live off their family. It's strange. My mother-in-law she might have been like a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, okay.
When she was married, but I think the husband might have died or something.
Where's your dad?
Yeah. My mother-in-law began asking my husband to assist her paying for cat litter and cat food since our two cats have been using her cat food and litter. When I found this out, I went out of my way and bought a big bag of cat food so we could all use it. She then tells me she only uses one specific brand of cat food and litter and refuses to use the cat food I purchased. This left me uncomfortable. Although I moved past it, and now my husband gives her money from time to time for the cat expenses. Last year, my husband and I decided we wanted to buy our first home and settle down. We worked hard, saved our money for a house. We knew we wanted our families to move in with us. We needed space for our two mothers and my one younger brother. Wow, you're moving everyone in. We began searching and going to showings, but every time we go to a showing, my mother-in-law would always seek out the master bedroom and say, "This is my room." No, it's not. No, it's not. You're not paying for that. No. This is yikes. This left me uneasy, and I told my husband about this, but nothing was ever done about her assumption of getting the master bedroom. My mother-in-law does have bathroom issues and sometimes can't hold her bowel movements, causing her to run to the bathroom at random times. Presently, I'm about 6 months pregnant, and we closed on our house last Friday. Since we closed on our house, it's been an emotional roller coaster. A moment I thought we'd be so excited and thrilled about has turned into an anxious, depressing event. My mother-in-law grew upset with the idea of having to move and instead wanted to stay in the trailer for a few more days so that she could visit her other son one last time before she moved. I wouldn't have minded this, but it would have costed us another month's rent for her to stay the few extra days. Along with this, the commute from our new house to her son's house was about an hour drive. She only wanted to stay in the trailer out of convenience since it was a 25-minute drive from there. What? Get like a hotel. That's so strange. You can literally go stay in a hotel and not pay a month's rent.
She probably doesn't have the funds for that, though.
Also, an hour drive is so not long.
This is true.
An hour drive versus 25 minutes.
Yeah, you're basically driving an hour.
Yeah. My mother-in-law then grew upset with me. She was anxious and annoyed with the whole move. We had tension built up in the house already. I'm very sensitive to people around me, so this just made me feel even worse about the whole master bedroom situation. We moved in and she immediately took her stuff into the master bedroom without even asking if this was okay. I hate her. Kick her out.
No. I would start like picking it up and
I would be like, that's not your room.
Putting it outside.
Literally, no. I'd be like, no. Granted, we never said anything during the showing, and I did go along with it as I'm a people pleaser. No, you gotta tell her. But now that we've moved in, I've realized our room seems smaller than hers, and we don't get a bathroom, whereas she does have her own private bathroom. I've made this point to my husband a few times, but he claims that he likes our room and says that our room is actually a foot bigger than hers is. Either way, I'm still bothered that she gets the master bedroom. At this point in time, I don't really know what I want anymore. I'm uncomfortable in my own home. I know we just moved in and I'm sure my feelings will heal over time, although I feel that we've been taken advantage of and I feel like I'm being set aside. My husband seems to prioritize his mother over me and my needs as I am pregnant and have to pee almost every hour. I was gonna say, like, she was like, oh, my mother-in-law can't always control her bowel movements, but she's pregnant. That is like, you cannot control them sometimes. I need advice. I don't know if it's just me overthinking and being hormonal, but at this point, I don't even want to go home anymore, knowing I don't even get to choose what room I get to live in. Am I the a-hole for wanting to be a priority over his mother? No. And there is some more comments, but
absolutely not. No. Your house.
Your rules.
You're
paying for it.
You're paying for it. She's there.
Yeah. I will say
your dime.
Yeah. I will say, like, it's obviously very nice that you know, when she asked, you were like, absolutely, you can move in.
100%.
But I'm wondering if the husband was hesitant because he kind of knew how she was. And now he's like, well, we're already kind of stuck in it. So I can't just like kick her out or anything.
Yeah. Can't kick her out. Cause what was the trailer situation? She won't live in the trailer?
No, she was fine with living in the trailer. They were living all together in the trailer. And then she basically, when they moved to their new house, she wanted the master bedroom.
Why can't she have the trailer?
Oh, because she can't afford it. They would have to keep paying rent on the trailer. No, I think she should stay in the trailer. I think she should have her own place because this is, she's not, like, what is she contributing? I understand that she's like the mom.
Childcare soon.
Not yet. Yeah, soon. I guess so. That's true. But they have OP's mom who's also living there and the younger brother.
Well, whenever I moved into my apartment in Tennessee, my room was a foot bigger than my brother's, but my brother's was the master bedroom. So I thought it was an equal trade-off. He got the master closer to the bathroom.
Yeah. I don't know. But I think definitely if you're paying for the house, you get first pick. Relevant comments. You made your husband to let her move in when he knew she was like this. To clarify, we did have a discussion before allowing her to move in. At the time, my husband was a huge party thrower, and his reason to not move her in was because the atmosphere just wouldn't be the same. His mother would be around to lecture him, kind of thing. Although maybe you're right, and he also knew his mother was like this and just never bothered to say anything to me about it. Is this shitty AI bot karma farming? And then OP says, farming for karma? Unfortunately, this story is true, and I do take responsibility for not setting boundaries. I never knew how to set boundaries with an elder, and since she was my husband's mother, I always went along with her wishes out of respect. But after reading all of these comments, I've come to realize I put myself in this position. Now I just have to work on fixing it. There's always been a lot of drama on my husband's side of the family. Thankfully, my husband isn't like that, but she has already stated she'll leave and move back in with her other son because she feels like an inconvenience. inconvenience, which she is. But of course, I can't say that out of respect. I don't want to create a toxic household or relationship with her. Hopefully she does move out. She does seem like an inconvenience. Although she is my husband's mom and her time on this earth is limited, so I do feel bad if she were to move out. We know we would never see her if she moved out, and I'm sure that would hurt my husband's feelings if she left. I just feel torn. I want what I want, but it'll cause tension no matter what I decide. Wait, why would they never see her? If she moves in with the brother, they're literally an hour away.
She probably won't
She might not make it, but they can always drive to her. No.
Yeah, but she would feel kicked out.
Yeah, maybe she's like, I refuse to see you. Yeah.
That she's like, there's no reason to keep this going.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. The mother seems kind of like a drama queen.
Yeah, not a fan.
Don't like her. Don't like her one bit. There's an update. So maybe we'll find out if she's left or not.
If she's left, I think she gets kicked out.
I think she might be
conspiracy theory.
I think maybe she'll leave on her own. She'll be like, I'm being mistreated, so I'm going to my other son's house, who also asked her to move out. So I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Ooh, is she gonna have a place to stay?
Yeah.
Why can't she just like go downstairs?
Go downstairs
and or not downstairs, but just go into another room.
Oh yeah, I don't know. She's just very entitled. Update almost 3 months later. I wanted to clarify something just for my sake. Yes, I did have to persuade my husband to let his mother move in, although not for the reasons that most thought. My husband didn't want her moving in because we knew she would put an end to his party phase of his life. We would drink and smoke 420 on weekends, and he knew his mom wouldn't be okay with it. I thought that was an unfair reason, considering it was his mother and not someone of less importance. I also thought we could continue moving freely since it was his house, not hers. Although we slowly had to change our way of life because of her, and we shouldn't have let her control our lives, I was raised to respect our elders. That does seem like the vibe from the beginning. Like Opie's like, I could not imagine not taking in my mom. And even now she's like, she's taken in her husband's mom, her mom, and her younger brother. It's like very much familial connections are placed at high import. Although now I know it had only allowed her to control us and the way we live. My husband and I used to leave our house and take a walk rather than enjoy our smoke sessions at home like we used to. I also recall that she had complained about me smoking, again 420, to my husband right in front of me, although I was drunk during that conversation, so I chose to keep my mouth shut rather than defending myself. She complained about the smell, although mother-in-law is a heavy cigarette smoker and I hate the smell of cigarettes, and I never complained about it, although it's okay for her to complain about me smoking in my own home. But yeah, that's a bit hypocritical. I was gonna say if she wasn't a smoker, I'd be like, oh yeah, I get that. I am pretty sensitive to smoke, but like if she's also a smoker, I've realized my husband just doesn't know how to handle his mom and set his foot down. My mother and I have a tough relationship too, but I know how to handle my mom and I've set boundaries with her. My husband, on the other hand, has never done that with his mom. It seems to me that he was scared to set boundaries out of fear of her moving out or creating family drama. Just a little side note, I'm a very confrontational person. I normally can speak my mind, but over time, I noticed my husband walks on eggshells with her, so I naturally did the same. I have no reason why, maybe pity. I'm not sure why I changed that part of myself for her. Anyway, I still don't regret my decision to persuade my husband to let her move in because I did get to know her on a personal level. And as nice as she is, now I also know how she can be and how my husband handles it. Yeah. Things happen for a reason, and honestly, I'm glad all this occurred before our baby arrived.
How much more entitlement would she be or have? How much more entitlement would she have when the baby comes? Because honestly, if I was in the scenario, I would expect my mom to help out with the baby and be like, hey, could you help out with the baby? Do this, do that. How do you think she would respond to that?
I don't know. She might be like, oh, I want my own time or something. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that she like steps up and she helps take care of the baby. But
yay, baby.
Baby
fever.
OP says, so for the actual update, so that was all precursor. I spoke to my husband and told him I needed him to be more supportive on the matter, which he kept saying that this situation was all on me. What the heck? That's your mom. It was hard to get through to him, and I feel like I never did. Eventually, he did speak to his mom and convince her to move out of the master bedroom. And boy, did things get worse.
No.
That's bad. Uh-oh. She's not going to take too kindly to that. She could be upset. Yikes. I'm not excited to find out what happens. His mom immediately complained about me to my husband. I wasn't present for this. My husband told me about it afterward. She said something along the lines that I'm being too much. My husband had told her to knock it off and that we were both being too much. You saying your wife was being too much, your pregnant wife?
She could be as much as she needs to be.
Yeah.
Let her be.
I don't like that. I was offended by this, but didn't say anything because I'm sure he said that just to soften the blow rather than telling her she's the real problem. So I thought. I'm getting red flags from this husband.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Because she said, oh, I thought he was just saying that we were both being too much to soften the blow to the mother. But then she says, so I thought.
Oh,
I'm worried.
It's probably the boundary thing.
Yeah. After we got the room, mother-in-law became very petty. I'm already hormonal and going through so many bodily changes that I just couldn't handle her attitude. She would ignore me and avoid conversation with me. She made me feel unwelcome in my own home. This carried on for a day or so. I told my husband how this made me feel, but he chose to do nothing about it. I was already not feeling all right emotionally, and to be set aside like that made me feel like I was worthless. I was tired of feeling that way. One morning on our way to work, I told my husband that he needed to do something about it. He continued to say that he didn't know what to do, so I told him I'm ready to give her the option of cleaning up her attitude or moving out. My husband lost it. He quickly got upset with me and yelled at me, saying that was mean, as if his mother wasn't already mistreating me already. He even went as far as saying he regretted buying the house.
Yikes. I mean,
big red flags.
Yeah, I could see why he would say that, because
he's like, oh, it's causing so much drama. But like, it's because you're not setting boundaries with your mom. She shouldn't be like, no, this is your pregnant wife. You should be, taking more care of her. We didn't see eye to eye on the matter. And with all the comments this post got, I snapped back to reality. So thank you. I don't want to raise a child in a home where I have to cater to mother-in-law and tiptoe around my husband. The fact that my husband was just okay with how his mother was treating me and didn't want to fix things just didn't sit with me. And it became clear to me that my feelings just don't matter, as long as mother-in-law was okay. So I told him I wasn't coming back home. I was done with the whole thing. I was sad that things didn't play out how I anticipated, but I knew that I always had my own family to fall back on and support me.
So is she breaking up with him?
She's breaking up with him.
Oh my god.
That was, yeah. I think without beating around the bush, I think she's getting divorced.
Oh.
We argued a lot around this topic, and eventually he communicated with his mom about it.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, finally. His mom then sent me a message saying, I'm sorry you're unhappy.
No, it's so manipulative.
And didn't take accountability for anything. So I exploded. Her message did say more, but it wasn't enough. Her message only made me feel worse. I wish I had kept the message to include everything she had said here, but I deleted it because it was haunting me. I wrote her back with a very long message explaining my feelings to her, and I even called her entitled, which she was. She lives off of us and expects more out of us. Mother-in-law literally takes money out of my husband's pocket. Meanwhile, she lived with us for free. Anyways, she didn't like my honesty and moved out that same day. She never wrote to me again, and I never saw her again. But the drama doesn't end there.
So,
You never saw her again. Wow.
Real quick. So husband's not confronting the mom. He did once, but then got onto his wife. Wife's like, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
And then husband's like, I'll finally talk to her. Talks to her. Mom's like, gives her a petty.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry you're unhappy.
Sorry you're unhappy. Makes her just manipulating her. Telling her she's a problem. And now mother-in-law is gone.
Yeah. Moved out that same day. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
This is not
gonna be good. Very, very tricky.
This is messy.
Very messy.
Yeah.
It's very interesting that everything was going really well in the trailer until now, the house stuff. But then once something like this happens, she reflects back on what was happening in the trailer and saw some things. But like, why the new house? Why are we doing all this in the new house?
Don't bring that energy into the new house.
Exactly.
Leave it in the trailer.
Leave it in the trailer.
You should have left the mother-in-law in the trailer.
Or bring the vibes from the trailer to the new house.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's true. All of this was just messy. She
was like, oh, there's so much more room here. I need to make up more emotions to put in this house.
Yeah, to fill it up.
I did have an empty trash can. I was like, I need to put more trash in it because I'm not using it. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how the mother-in-law was thinking about the house.
Yeah. Interesting. She needs to put more trash in it. My husband was upset with me. He treated me differently. Our relationship wasn't the same afterward. I was told I was harsh and that it wasn't my place to say those things. I even got told that I made her so upset that she cried. Again, this was him prioritizing his mother over me. I tried to reason with him and communicate my feelings, but that didn't get me anywhere. So we got a couples therapist. The therapist suggested that my husband should arrange a meeting between mother-in-law and I to talk things out. This never happened. At first, he disagreed and said that it would make things worse. You disagreed with the therapist? I pushed for a meeting and was told that she was going to come up and visit us one weekend. Well, that never occurred. I followed up with my husband and was told that she was too busy to come up, which is complete BS because out of the 3 years she lived with us, she never left the house. I was about to say, what was she too busy with? She doesn't have a job.
Being hurt.
Yeah.
Moping.
She's too busy moping. All she ever did was stay in her room and do things like coloring books or playing games on her Switch console.
Dude, dope.
Wait, the mother-in-law's just playing on her Switch? That's
or like
so
playing like
funny.
Animal Crossing.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I was disgusted with the petty BS that I was being fed by my husband. My husband was naive and just believed his mother was too busy. I took this as I'm not worth her time. She couldn't be bothered to take a step and try to mend our relationship. I pushed and pushed about this meeting, and eventually my husband said we had to meet mother-in-law at his brother's house. During this time, my husband tells me that mother-in-law feels that I planned this whole thing and that it was for me. What? She literally let, like, OP was the one who said, oh, like, the mother-in-law can move in. So I don't know why she's acting like this. After everything I've done for this woman to make sure she was happy and comfortable, preparing meals for her and buying her things she never asked for, but I knew she needed, I do it out of generosity. I just felt taken for granted. All this because she didn't get the master bedroom. What a joke.
No.
I showed my husband this Reddit post in hopes that maybe all these comments would make him realize his mom was an ungrateful leech, but it didn't. Our relationship wasn't the same. The holidays weren't the same. We became distant. And honestly, I was ready for a separation. We lived our lives together, but we felt distant. We quickly felt like roommates. We argued all the time about the same topic on how his mother treated me. I felt like a broken record. Eventually, I just knew I was never going to get through to him. So I gave up and was mentally preparing for a separation to happen. This wasn't the life I wanted for my baby. This wasn't the life I wanted for my baby and I. But I wasn't going to sit around and stay with a man who wasn't happy with my company. I'm not sure if my husband realized this, but out of nowhere, my husband just flipped. He turned a new leaf. It was strange. Oh wait, he's totally switched up.
No way.
He's totally switched up.
What?
That's so strange.
What?
That is strange, as OP says. He apologized to me and said that he didn't handle the situation the way he should have. Oh my God. He's totally flipping up.
What?
Flipping the switch.
I thought this was just going downhill. Like it was about to crash.
Well, I mean, OP was like, I'm about to freaking separate with him. And then he turns a new leaf.
Like the car has crashed and it's about to blow up.
Yeah. And he
got a fire hose.
Yeah, he got a fire hose.
And he's watering it down.
Wait. I was shocked by this and almost didn't believe his apology. Oh, I felt like he apologized more so that we could move on from the situation and continue our lives. I mentioned this to him and he said he was truly sorry for not being more supportive.
Oh,
wow.
What?
This is, I'm so happy.
What?
Since then, our marriage has gotten better. I do feel at peace between him and I. Our home is quite peaceful now that mother-in-law is gone. Quite frankly, things have changed for the better now that she's gone. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest and we can breathe freely in our own home. As for mother-in-law, I still haven't seen or spoken to her since she moved out. At this point, I don't care to ever communicate with her again. She got in between my marriage and has no intention of repairing our relationship between mother-in-law and her. She chose to tell my husband things that were never the case. My husband and I kept her in mind when buying our house. So for her to tell my husband that I set the situation up to make her move out was insane to me. I've cut her out of my life and I never want to put up with her childish nonsense again. Our family isn't the one I imagined, but I've come to terms with it. No family is perfect, although I've learned from this whole thing and I'm not putting up with anyone's shit. Thanks again for the reality check.
Wow.
That was such a turn.
I
was like on the road towards, like, yes, she should separate, get rid of this man. And then he totally flipped. He changed.
Holy cow. I wonder if like something hit him, like he was like sitting there like, I'm about to have a kid.
Yeah.
And this is happening with my family right now. I got to be a man. I got to like step up.
I got to step up for my wife and child.
Wow.
Yeah. Because that was.
Congrats. Dude.
I'm very happy. You know, we don't get these Reddit stories a lot where people actually recognize their mistakes, but kudos to you for recognizing it and repairing your relationship.
I'm very happy for you.
Me too. Happy ending to this mother-in-law episode.
Yes, let's go. We still have more to have.
Sure. Oh my God. This title seems concerning. Opie's mother-in-law attempts to murder her with latex gloves. Riley, I'm concerned.
I am too.
Riley, I'm concerned.
But I think it's pretty interesting.
All right, we'll keep going. But everyone know that Riley picked this up.
No, Sophia helped out with picking stories.
I did not. You're putting the blame on me. So Sugar Mama says, an introduction to my mother-in-law. So I'm married for a week now. My mother-in-law always hated me and blatantly told me that. Yikes. DH?
Dear husband.
Dear. Why do they always do dear husband?
Say husband.
Strange. Husband has a spine as dull as mud. Why did you marry him? Here is a collection of stuff she did. I'm very thin. I just can't gain weight no matter how hard I try. Whenever I'm at mother-in-law's house, she insists on me eating something. Husband gets some delicious chicken and rice dish, and I just get tons of carbs. She served me spaghetti with mashed potatoes and french fries once, and she pours cheese all over it and was pissed that I didn't eat it. The woman saw me naked more than my own mother. She would break down the door of the bathroom because she was afraid I would faint while peeing/showering. She crawled into our bed the first night after our wedding. She wore silver on my wedding. She bought me lingerie for husband and sex toys. She calls her lover husband's name as a nickname. What should I do? I really love husband. I really do. I've tried talking to him, but he just silently nods whenever I tell him. Also, name suggestions are welcome. Yikes. There is an update, but oh my God, this mother sounds crazy.
Silver on the wedding.
That everything about this sounds really horrific, and I'm scared.
I'm scared too. I'm actually pretty curious of what's about to happen.
I'm scared to find out. I'm scared. I think right now, honestly, I think if he's not speaking up, you should leave that marriage.
Yeah, get out of there. You
should leave that marriage because that's if he thinks that's normal.
Red flag, get out. Not a lot of moms act like that.
Big red flag. That's so weird. Update. Sorry for all the typos, but I'm a mess. It's okay. I'll read through them. Some of you might remember me. I'm the one daughter-in-law that had a crazy mother-in-law that hated her from day one and told her so. Okay, many daughter-in-laws here are riddled with that. I'm the one that has been married for a week. Today is the day I have annulled the wedding. No need for divorce under 6 months in the country that I live in. I tried. I really, really tried. His mother tried everything to get me away from her son, and she finally succeeded. Her son had a spine like jelly. Do you
jelly.
really love this guy? If she told him to kill me, he would do it. On to the last straw that brought me to this decision. I have a very crazy allergy against latex. I react really badly to it. We found out when I was a little toddler and I was treated in the hospital and went into shock after a nurse just touched me. Since then, I have a little sticker on my driver's license and I wear an allergen necklace. I can literally die from sniffing a glove. Oh my God. Ex-mother-in-law knew this. Ex-husband told her. So this is now ex-husband. Last week, after I got home from work, I was angry with ex-husband. I can't remember why. Everything is really fuzzy now. I can't remember too well. However, I went into bed early. I just bought this bed a month ago before I refused to sleep in the old one because ex-mother-in-law slept in there the first night after our wedding. Yes, very strange. I spent my wedding night on the couch. Oh my God. Why was she there? When I laid into bed, it felt really comfy, but I could feel a small layer of plastic under my mattress. I assumed that this was normal since it's a new bed. I might have missed some plastic cover on the mattress. I didn't think about it much and went to sleep. I woke up 17 hours later in the hospital. Ex-mother-in-law cut up 75 latex gloves to create a little layer under my duvet cover. I do not remember, but when ex-husband went to bed several hours later, he found me white as a ghost and sweating and barely breathing. You know why I knew it was my mother-in-law? Because she called me to brag about it while in the hospital. She told ex-husband that she was afraid I would wet the bed since I acted so childishly. Remember, I'm a 27-year-old woman. Ex, instead of going full no contact, said he was sorry about my behavior. He was sorry. Leave him. Oh my God. She attempted to murder you and he said he was sorry about your behavior? I hope she's in jail. That's like a full attempted murder.
Yeah, that really is. She has full knowledge that you're
and then she bragged about it.
And bragged about it. Called you. Hey, remember? I just didn't want you to wet the bed because you're a kid. Oh my
God.
Gosh.
Yeah, I hope she's freaking in jail. And I hate this husband. He deserves to also be in jail. I was in the hospital for a week. X visited me once to make me apologize to his mother, which I did not. I got security and told everyone he is not allowed to be back in my room. I don't effing know what happened. I don't. He was not like that. We were together for 5 years. We were not naive kids. It's like I married a man that I've never met. I'm still shaking with anger and disappointment. And I'm pissed at myself. How could I have married such an excuse for a man? How can I still effing love him after everything he's done to me? Married on the 25th of January, annulled the marriage on the 20th of February. Oh my God. So it's literally been a month. Less than a month. Wow.
3 weeks.
Wow. I will try to calm down. Maybe I can tell you about all the other shit he has done to me. I still have no name. I cannot think of another one than Lucifer. So true. Accurate. And then OP says, I did press charges. Arrest is still pending.
Oh.
Good. And there is an update, but oh my God. Thank God. Because that's an attempted murder. You can't get away with that.
Sanity. Why would she? Why?
I don't understand. This woman sounds crazy though. Like she cut up latex gloves and put them like, what?
And like the husband
just goes along with it? I don't understand.
That it was 75 latex gloves.
Yeah, she spent time. That's like that is premeditated murder or attempted murder.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes. But let's read the update. Maybe it gets better.
Ow.
I don't know. So I already got an update for you. No time to mourn for me, I guess. Things have come at me as fast as they can. First of all, thank you all so much for your words of support and wisdom. I'm sorry I couldn't answer every one of you, but I did read every single comment. I just couldn't reply anymore. My eyes are still swollen and everything I typed was gibberish. Thank you so much. Still swollen like from the latex? Because she's still in the hospital?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh my God. And for those calling me brave, thank you. That's very sweet of you, but I don't feel that brave. My aunt helped me a lot, and I just tried to get the F out of that craziness. I do not think there is anything heroic about that. I think there is. I think that's standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
To clarify, yes, dumb X did want me to apologize, but not because the attempted murder took me a while to accept that this was actually what she wanted, did not succeed, but because I hung up the phone on her while I was at the hospital, and she called me to brag about her forethinking.
Forethinking.
What?
What does forethinking mean?
Because she put the latex under her bed so she wouldn't wet the bed, which is a nonsense excuse.
Yikes.
X is stupid and delirious, but not that stupid.
I'm just glad that X had enough sense to take you to the hospital.
Yeah, like thank God he did that. I honestly do not know if dumb X intended his mother to do what she did. I just know she got a key for my apartment. I know he's an idiot, and she did what she did was when X was at work. I didn't know that she was even there or that she received a spare key, but she must have done this in the early morning. I started at 4 a.m. at the airport and I got home at approximately 4 p.m. Yay, delay. And I was really tired and the flight made me even more tired, so I went to bed at 8 p.m. She must be like a flight attendant. So my wonderful, wonderful aunt is a lawyer, thank God. And she called me and told me that Latex Lucy, thank you, Sailor Pond, Latex Lucy. I think that's the new name for the mother-in-law.
Oh, nice.
Is in custody. Woo!
Whoa.
Love to hear it. And my aunt is a very nice and sweet woman, but she can lay the hell on you if you look at her the wrong way. She's the sole reason I'm okay now. Unfortunately, ex-husband was already released from the police. Apparently, he told them that he was not aware that the gloves were made out of latex because you cannot buy latex gloves in an ordinary supermarket here. You can always get the powder and latex-free version. And I honestly do not know if he's being truthful or if he does not want to go to prison. Well, he probably doesn't want to go to prison, but
yeah.
Ex-husband called me on my new cell phone number. My old airport was not aware that he is not to be given my new number, even though I told them 50 effing times, so they gave it to him. I did not hang up. I could not. I did not say a word. No hi, nothing. He just called me, said he knew I was listening, said he was sorry, and told me his mom was in custody and that he was just released. I just got another new number. I don't want anything to do with that was anymore. Was, I don't know what that means. I still love that a-hole, but I know that I'm going to be okay. Thank you. And there is 2 other updates, actually.
Wow.
Oh my God. Thank God she's in jail before we get into the update.
Yeah. Thank goodness. Also, she had to like change her number. And
she had to change her number twice.
My old airport. Does that mean she's...
I think because she worked at she's a flight attendant. So presumably like the previous airline that she worked at might have given out her number. Yikes. I don't even know what to say. So I'm just going to read the update.
Keep going. Keep going.
I need to find out what happened. Hello guys. It's me again. Here's an update to the situation with Latex Lucy. If you need a summary, B-Bot has you covered. But basically I married the love of my life. And after a month in the hellhole, I nullified my marriage. My ex did a 180 and turned into a complete stupid a-hole that F's his mom, at least mentally. Sorry for that imagery. I was about to say, what? That was not true. He does not F his mom. I got a toxic shock after Latex Lucy shoved 75 cut up latex gloves in my duvet cover and ex expected me to apologize. I fled the scene 500 kilometers away and pressed charges. Ex found my new number again and I changed it again and moved again. I didn't get a restraining order against my ex because technically he didn't do anything against the law. But Latex Lucy was taken into custody. Yesterday, Latex Lucy was sentenced to 13 months in prison. Wow. Well, after that, she will have to spend a month in a psychiatric ward, that's, I guess, all good. She is not allowed in my immediate vicinity under any circumstances. The trial was hard. Really hard. I married 3 effing months ago. Everyone that danced at my wedding and congratulated me was there. I felt how they all hated me, but nothing hurt me more than the way my ex looked at me, like I was the dirt on his shoe. I'm still not over him, even though I tried to act that way. After the trial, ex tried to hold me up, but my badass aunt just dismissed that jelly boy. I'm a mess, but this sub has a therapeutic effect on me. So thank you guys for everything you've done for me. I'll try to calm down. Maybe I can go into more detail. And there is one more update.
Wow. The husband's like, it's okay, babe.
I feel so bad because she's like, oh, everyone hates me. But like, you were like,
were they not listening?
Your mother-in-law tried to kill you.
Were they not listening to the trial that they were at?
What? Like, why would they hate you? Why would they ever hate you? If they do, they're not worth your time because
they need to go to jail too.
Yeah.
Join her in jail.
I'm much better now. I barely think about Lucy and ex because I moved on with my life. I have a new boyfriend now. Our relationship is exactly a month old. Everything is fine. Yay, I'm glad. And today I got a call from my lawyer aunt that Latex Lucy was released from prison today. She was supposed to serve 13 months. She ended up serving almost 8, and she only spent 2 weeks in the psych ward. Aunt told me that she told her she wants to apologize to me in person. I laughed. Guys, I couldn't stop. I literally laughed out loud, and it was like I was not physically able to stop. After I calmed down, I said, F that, very loudly, and Aunt told me that she thought this was my reaction. She just wanted to ask me first. I live very, very far from where I used to live, and I haven't talked to ex since the day I saw him at the trial, but I'm still scared. I'm scared that the psycho of a woman will somehow find me. I'm just glad I'm not alone. I hope you guys are okay. Stay safe.
Wow.
Oh my.
What a story.
This
one was my favorite. I was very scared of picking it, but this turned out really
No, it turned out really
great.
Good.
Crazy mom.
Had me on the edge of my seat the whole time.
What do you think the mom would have done if they met? You think she would have tried to stab her or something?
I don't know.
Put latex all over her hands and try to touch her again?
Oh, I don't know if she'd do that. Like, I really don't know what the mindset of this woman is. Like, maybe because she's gotten OP away from her husband. It's like I don't know. But she is crazy, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I just hate that the husband's just like, eh.
Yeah, doesn't care. It's like, you should apologize for hanging up on her when she was bragging about trying to kill you.
No, thank you.
Huh?
No, thank you.
But that's all the stories we have for today.
For you guys.
That's it. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.